Well, hello and welcome. Thank you for coming back to the channel. My name is Kami to Kieran, and today we have a tier list. And first one is going to be, air quote, meta. But really, it's just going to be me talking about other characters, seeing how I think they would be ranked right now in terms of account worth right now with this current Spiral Abyss in mind. But it won't be just me, it'll be with the accompaniment of some of my friends and moderators.
Hello.
Gentlemen.
What up?
All right, without further ado, let's start this. You know what? We're gonna go in order. Why not? This one is the emotional damage tier.
Emotional damage.
Just remember, this is not just my opinion, chat and friends. It's our opinion. With that being said, we're gonna have a discussion. We're gonna have a genuine discussion on where we think some of these characters are gonna be placed and where we think they might be. Yes, exactly.
Awesome. My Genshin
gamer.
crashed.
Nice, Sue. But that being said, though, without any further ado, I am doing this. I definitely don't think we need to vote on that. Any complaints, gentlemen?
Nope, not one.
I figure this is the safest start to any and all tier lists. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
All right. Well, first it looks like we have Aether Traveler, Tabibito-san. Everyone has it, of course. I don't really feel like Traveler is the worst unit by any means, but I also don't feel like he's anywhere near the best.
I'm thinking B tier already. For that
B,
one.
I feel like that's generous. Is that considering his Electro side? I mean, his Geo is okay, but honestly, I would put him at maybe the top of C. He might be cracked in the future, but that doesn't mean he's cracked now. Fudo.
Don't worry about it.
I see that.
No, the reason why I would say Traveler. The reason why I would say Traveler is just because looking from a free-to-play perspective, you have a lot of usability from him, being that you have him or her.
Now I feel like that might be a different video.
That's not necessarily account value per se. It is and it isn't. But so from my perspective, right? Everyone has Traveler, male or female.
Yes.
So I'm just going to drop both right there, just to save us trouble. However, that doesn't necessarily mean it's always the best option. The Animo is okay. Geo is pretty good. The Electro, honestly, is a little lackluster.
I suppose yes, but if you have in a combo with Zhong Li and you don't have a lot of Geo characters, Geo Traveler can be helpful for extending his pulse that comes off of his shield pillar.
That's not a bad suggestion. It really isn't.
But I think the Traveler will get better as more elements are, as the story progresses.
Yeah, and I understand that we're going off of what we're going, the Traveler that we have as of currently.
Yeah, right now, I mean, the Traveler's electric, pretty good.
Right.
But you would have to put in a lot more time building the Traveler to get damage.
True.
So, I see top of C tier.
Yeah.
Maybe bottom of B tier.
All right, I will concede. I will confine to a top of C tier for Traveler.
All right.
Yay.
All right, nice, Sue. We majority rules. All right, Albedo. I run Zhong and Goro. Soka. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. At least you get a Geo buff with it, so I definitely would say there's nothing wrong with that inherently. Depending on the constellation of your Goro, you can even get some additional heals too, so no, not bad.
Entirely depending on Albedo, sorry, Aoki, I was just gonna say, like, when it comes to Beto, as much as I love his character design, his usability isn't very high. So
And
I
Albedo with him,
personally would
that's
say
more
like
it. Nice.
mid C at best.
Actually, Albedo is fantastic off-field damage support. You have to keep that in mind. It's just because of his unique typing. It's the fact that he's Geo is the only reason why he doesn't get a lot of play or screen time on other teams right now. Just because there's no need to run him. My team is Zhao, Zhong Li, Ito, Goro, because yes, Goro will stay in my party for the rest of eternity. Sugoi, yes, run best boy to your heart's content, gamer. Don't let anyone stop you. But yeah, no, I feel like Albedo is actually a remarkably good unit, but I don't think he's an outstanding unit, you know? The only problem really is his typing. That's honestly it, in my opinion. He makes decent energy particles for the team, as long as you're fighting constantly in the field. His off-field damage is really good, especially now if you have the free-to-play weapon on him and the new Husk set. It actually is really good. It just comes down to Albedo C tier, maybe Sokka, perhaps. I think we need to lay down a ground rule though. So we have Tabibito over in C tier right now. And I think we need to lay a precedence. Is Albedo better than Traveler? And I say, yes, I say more value.
So
for the shield generation, for damage, I would say he's better. If we're putting Traveler at top of C and Albedo surpasses, then there's no reason for them to be occupying the same space.
Yeah, I see we say B tier.
Yes.
Only because
all of these, for anyone watching, all of these are subject to change. I'm sure we'll do some last second musical chairs soon.
Yeah, once we get everyone.
And if anyone's wondering what this is based off of overall account value. In regards to the current meta, that is the Spiral Abyss. Now, Amber. Now, I'm going to let you know right now, if you're a whale, Amber is actually an amazing unit to run, especially if you run Elegy on her, because that used to be OG Hu Tao's best in slot comp. Fun fact. I just ran the build for funsies yesterday and got a 36 star, no issues. So
I did see that. I was a witness.
Can confirm.
SS rank.
I would love SS rank.
SS rank.
I do love me some Amber.
I do think Amber may bring more usability than Albedo.
I think, I like that.
Yeah.
Because right now, Albedo's not the top of B currently, so he's just mid B. So would you still rank Amber for funsies over Albedo?
Yeah.
Personally,
just because her E is also a taunt.
True. So my view on it is that, like, I feel like Amber entirely depends on her account usability. Entirely depends on her constellation, because it changes throughout. So I mean, being that I don't have too much experience with an Amber that's any higher than C0, as a C0, I mean, B tier does fit as long as you can get a couple more constellations for her.
So, Ayaka. Alright, that's not up for debate. She's S tier.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
It's not even close. Honestly, one of, if not thanks to a certain unit whom we will discuss later, is now, honestly, the highest DPS output character in the game. Her damage is incredible, what can I say? Her ult damage is roughly like 6.5 times the damage of Ganyu Charge Shot, and we all know that Ganyu is still a fantastic character, both all the way from C0 to C6. So, Ayaka is literally a slightly quicker melee version of her. She does fantastic damage. Oh my goodness, it is insane. She is a fantastic unit to have, especially in this Spiral Abyss. In this Spiral Abyss, thanks to her dash, she maintains 100% cryo uptime, and that is big easy claps in chamber 12 for the Abyss Heralds. Very easy to deal with them. You can honestly troll and just do it with only dashes if you really wanted to.
No, I have nothing to dispute with that.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, Dig, if you ever feel like giving cryo DPS a try, you might want to swing and take a look at her. She's really good. All right, so next is Barbara. Honestly, I like Barbara. I don't really have a lot of issues with her. She does her job pretty well, and honestly, since this isn't a cryo Abyss, she's doing pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, especially being...
Because her only flaw back in the day was that she would make you wet, and the first ever used to be cryo affiliate, so you'd freeze yourself, which sucked. That's not, it hasn't been an issue for quite some time now, so if she's built well enough, she heals remarkably. So it's not bad, don't sleep on it.
You also have the good thing about Barbara is that she passively heals. You can leave her off the field and get healed too.
Right? Honestly, I'm thinking B. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Beto is fantastic.
Phenomenal.
She's really good. She's a really good DPS support. And for those who are gamers, she's also a good DPS if you like that playstyle. Honestly, I would still place her in B. I would actually place her slightly above Albedo, I'd say.
Well, I mean, I would believe that early game, if you can get her pretty early on, she can actually be close to an A tier.
Oh, you think Beto for
early
on?
On?
Hey, interesting. Explain the reason.
Just because, like, as much as I enjoy Razor, and him being also an Electro Claymore user, I still feel like you can get more usability out of Beidou early on.
Beidou.
I'll say it as I wish.
Bidoof?
Bidoof, yeah.
Also,
but I feel like you can get a lot more
I see.
usability out of her than most people think. I think that she's a little underrated.
I feel like there needs to be more units for Electro though, for more diverse team comps to have more room to play her. Also,
I'm not happy about that one. Putting that on the record.
All right, we can possibly, if you can defend your case at the very end, we might do some changes. But this is not up for debate. This will never be up for debate. Bennett is debatably the best unit in the entire game. If you're not running Bennett, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he literally can do it all. He can do DPS. He buffs your team to do more DPS, and he's a healer. He's fantastic. Oh my goodness.
He's not known as broken to broken for no reason.
Now we have Chong Yoon. So this is going to be an interesting debate because you guys might be a little shocked with where I place. Honestly, so Chong Yoon used to be placed in the lower tiers. Like I was thinking like probably C category. I'm honestly willing to put him in the B category this time around. And the reason why is because a lot of people were arguing that he was a lot better than he is because of his E with the cooldown reduction, right? But I didn't think that was a good enough reason. However, thanks to his cryo mommy of an auntie, Shinha, that now he is a lot more viable. He even does more damage too. If you run them together, it's actually a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie.
I was ahead of the curve. I was ahead of the curve.
Okay, copium. Anyway,
You're copium.
that is besides the point. Anyway, I would say that I would place Chong Yoon. I'm thinking right in this range. But is he better than Amber? In terms of account value, I still prioritize Amber. I feel like Amber, obviously everyone has Amber, but Amber can do everything for you in the open world for lighting the torches, for whales, now has a use for even Hu Tao's team, has her own unique milk comp team. Just too many options. D-Luke, all right. This is my hill to die on. Fight me. I dare you. Fight me. I dare you.
I say A tier.
Good, because if any of you disagree, I'll take this to the grave. Fight me! Fight me!
I feel like he's just a golden standard. Like
He is, in my
like
opinion.
the minimum standard of like what a good DPS should do.
Exactly. Like, if you're looking for what's the cutoff of good DPS, you can't go wrong with D-Luke. D-Luke used to be at the absolute peak of meta. Yes, D-Luke is definitely a pyro gamer.
I know that I'm never going to be able to get through to you on this, but I still believe that he should, like, I think he still fits an S tier, honestly. Being in such a standard, being such the standard that he is, I mean, I would see a standardized DPS as an S tier.
Oh, we got a D-Luke simp in chat.
And he's hot.
Oh.
Gamers.
Let me put it to you this way: he's like the.
Also, there's absolutely no shame in being, there's nothing wrong with being a D-Luke frog. Okay.
Oh no.
All right. So I will not tolerate such slander.
Yeah.
How dare you? If you won't stand up for him, then I will. Ah!
God.
Anyway, no, but here's the thing. I get what you're trying to say there, right? I do, Fu.
Yeah.
I do. But however, the way that it goes, D-Luke cool. If D-Luke is the golden standard, right? That means he has to be in the standard ranking, which means that he has to be in the solid. He can't move from it. If he's been labeled as the golden standard, those above are passing the mark. Those below are missing the mark. Does that make sense? He can't be.
I mean, I
if
understand
he's a golden
that.
standard,
For
that's
me,
how that
I
works.
still believe it. I'm gonna stick to what I say.
I agree. He is indeed pushing S tier. However, because if you have a golden standard, like for example, if there is a line, right? Left side was bad, right side was good. He has to be, if he is a golden standard, he has to be the middle. That's called the breaking point. That's how that works. You can't push the middle towards the top. That's unnecessary. And that's coming from me, and I still love him to pieces. As everyone likes to say in the community, Diano. So,
Oh god.
so anyway. All right, where do we want to put her? I think Diona is actually an amazing support, and I would say this would be the start of the A tier supports.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Shields,
Absolutely.
heals, excellent energy, good battery, fantastic unit overall, and the constellations only make her better. C6 allows her to give 200 elemental mastery to her team, which increases and leads to more damage, more value. Finally finished. Damn,
You also don't
Nice,
you
gamer.
also don't really need to push her too far on
Oh,
a
I still
Cincho
gotta do that.
principle.
No, you don't. It's fantastic. I think that's pretty straightforward, right, gentlemen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Nice, Sue. All right. Next, we have Fish. And I would say, as far as off-field goes, I would put them next to each other. However, in terms of value and more team comp options, I would say A tier.
Yes.
And amazing voice lines. True.
Although
I don't know about that one, dude.
No, Diano has some cute voice lines. There's nothing wrong with saying voice lines
I
are
wasn't
cute.
talking about. I was talking about Fish.
Oh, Fish? Oh, you don't
Whoa.
think you're not, gamer.
Exactly.
don't you dare disrespect my first
This is a wonderful
DPS
place
character.
for debate and discussion. However,
That
this
was
is
my
no place for
first DPS.
slander. I'm ready to fight you for this. Ah. So yeah, no, big agrees there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna use a combo pack real quick. Not just because they're my two queens, but because they should be really self-explanatory.
Yes. Absolutely.
There should be absolutely no debate here. fantastic DPSs. They still stand at the apex, at the pinnacle of damage.
Absolutely.
I was about to
Fantastic
say.
units, fantastic constellations. You cannot go wrong with them. There's a lot of value to be had if you own these characters. Right? Ganyu is incredible. Oh my goodness. Hu Tao is incredible. They just do a fantastic amount of damage. And they've
Especially
been
at
standing there.
C1 Huta.
I know, right? They've been standing at the peak for quite some time now. But
Yeah.
Hu Tao's wild. She's off the wall. True. Her damage is insane. She is a fantastic unit. Oh my goodness. And they're so much fun to play with and make teams around. Very, very unique. I say Jean, easy A tier, not even close. I think easy A tier, fantastic healer. In my opinion, honestly, I would say the best overall healer in the game. The cleanse is high value. If you're infused, you can create a field. So those who don't have Kazu, that is another tech example of what you can do if you still wanted to get off with having a pyro and or a hydro field. So you have a lot of options there. Ganyu, fun. That's Cap, my man. No.
I don't know about that one.
No. Then no. Maybe standing there holding charge shot wouldn't be fun for some. However, if you use the new team with Shinhe, Kazu, and Kokomi, a lot of fun actually. That's all I use for open world farm. One shots everything. A lot of fun. Trust, gamer. No trust, but you must. You must trust, gamer. You must see the light. You must believe. See the unseeable.
Do the impossible.
That's right. Next we have Kaya. I'm not a fan of Jean. You don't have to be a fan. She is fantastic though. She's
Kaya
good
D-tier.
DPS. Good. I would
my
say
God.
Kaya's D-tier. Nice try though. No. Kaya would be, I think, at least top of C. I value
That's a
Kaya more than I do
B.
the Traveler.
Let's say bottom B, but like still B, honestly.
Oh, I'm willing. I mean, honestly, like if you don't have like certain units, like could be really good. I mean, Kaya is a good for Razor, right? If you don't have Rosaria. But then again, how often is Razor comp being ran right now? You know? I don't
We
know.
can talk about that.
What are your thoughts, gamers?
I don't think he should be any higher than C tier.
Yeah, but you tried to instant put him in D there, so I have to take it with a
True.
grain of salt.
True.
Aki, what are your thoughts?
So my thoughts, honestly, he's a good applicator for freeze.
Hype.
So honestly,
Short cooldown, heals himself. The pinnacle and the first ice bridger in the game.
Oh god.
You all know you did it. I did it. I know you did it. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourselves.
I'm not gonna lie. He was the one.
Therefore,
to-
is that
I
not
mean-
value on the account?
Okay. Yes, that is value for an account. I do understand that entirely. But the moment after I'd gotten to any areas,
I'm just saying,
that
I
he
can't
did,
ice bridge
he was
with.
no longer there.
Yeah, but that is currently the only ice bridger that everyone universally has that plays this game. You know, if you don't
Yeah.
have Ayaka, if you don't have Ganyu, then you don't have any ice bridgers. D.
Oh
Oh, you were God. You took so long to set that up, didn't you?
Ah,
You were waiting
it
on
all
that
came
one.
full circle, boys.
Get away from me.
I think Aki will enjoy that edit anyway.
that's gonna be a fun one.
We'll keep him at the top of C for now. All right, let's keep the ball moving, huh?
You have lost my
alright,
trust,
so-
sir.
You'll be fine. I actually never used Kaya or Lisa in the beginning of the game. I was running Traveler, Razor, Noelle, and Amber. Yes, but
That's not a bad team.
no, it really isn't. I think it's perfectly fine. I don't know. That's interesting because a lot of people actually did. I mean, I used Kaya. I had no issues with him. Then again, I thought it was fun to run Kaya and D-Luke back in the day. Actually, fun fact, pretty good actually. Time where I once again established my grounds and lay down the law on which hill I'm willing to die on. I don't care what anyone says. Bottom of A tier is the lowest it goes for me, and I'm willing to fight someone over this.
No, I can agree with that.
I agree with that.
I was about to say,
Well,
Kaching was my first 5-star.
Right?
So
I have a
Still
soft
she's a
spot for her.
bumfish,
She is so much fun. She's honestly an incredible unit. There's a lot of first-time gamers that play Kaching, that started off playing this game with Kaching. Who doesn't love her? Everyone remembers her as the resident purple-haired cat girl, you know? But no, she's fun. She's unique. If you don't have Venti, you know, you'd use her back in the day. Her teleport was fantastic. I got a level 1 Kaching, that's C1.
Oh no!
I don't have to, so I don't know.
I still think that she should at least be above fish.
I can agree with that, honestly. I'm fine with that. So the thing is, she technically is one of the lower 5-star DPS units. And that is for sure. That is 100% confirmed fact. But she is really good for ult upkeep. She has some interesting team comps that can be ran. She does plenty of damage. Like, honestly, could she use more? Could she use a buff? Yes, I agree. She could definitely use a buff. But she still does damage, and she can still 36-star spiral this.
Oh yeah.
No, Kaching is so much fun. Love her to pieces, right? Like, she'll always have a place in my heart. One of the first waifus was not to love. All right, next we have Klee, second ever limited banner character. She's definitely fallen off in her place in meta right now, but
Yeah.
I would still put her in the A tier. I'd actually put her below Kaching. I feel like she doesn't get used too often right now, and I feel like the biggest problem that will never be solved by MiHoYo is that her E does not interact with Venti. And
I know.
that's just
so sad.
largest wasted opportunity ever, MiHoYo. Just throwing that out there. If you ever look back and just think, what could we have done differently? I genuinely hope you realize that the Animal Archon not being able to pick up tiny red bombs is the silliest thing I've ever seen.
And you also have to keep in mind, both Jean and Sucrose can both move them as well.
Yep. I mean, it makes sense that that a certain Animo gotta go fast edgelord can't do it, because but everyone else that has anything that involves CC should be able to interact with it, you know? Kazu can do it. All right, next, Lisa. Oh dear. Even with yes,
So-
Emote. Nice, Sue Gamer.
What?
So I do like Lisa. I like her a lot as a as a waifu.
I don't want to talk about it.
But other than that, I mean, even with troll healing Lisa, even with full deep whale DPS Lisa, she's copious, and we all know it. But
Yeah.
if we have Lisa, we're not using her for either of those. We're climbing.
Ooh.
And that alone puts her above the
Emotional damage.
category. Prototype Amber on Lisa. Exactly. That's what I did, and it was fun. Still do it every now and again. Current new unit with a fantastic outfit design. Ningguang. Geo Mommy, huh?
Now I don't play Ningguang that much, so
New outfit already gives her S tier. We all know.
The outfit, yes. No. That is for the next video. Okay? Okay?
I would say
Patience.
top of B tier.
Oh no.
Go men. Yeah, that can happen. Fortnite, the good old days. But no, the problem is Ningguang, her DPS used to be pretty darn high for single target, really good overall, I'd say. But I feel like with the more and more new units that come out, maybe this is just me, that's why I want to run it by you guys. Hi. I want to say that her damage though is lackluster right now. It feels clunky. It's slower in comparison to all the new quality units that we've been getting lately.
Yeah.
So it feels a little rougher to weave the combos in as you're swapping teams, you know?
True.
I think there's still a place for her. I just don't think it's outrageously high. I'm actually going to place her personally next to Albedo in the B tier. Thoughts?
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
She still does good. She's still everyone's favorite. Noelle. Oh my goodness. So Noelle is an interesting. So I'm going to place her at the top of B, past Amber. She is. Everyone should have her. She is a quintessential unit. You know, her shield, pretty good actually. Like, I wish the duration was buffed more, but that would pretty much make her a 5-star at that point. But it's actually egregiously strong if built correctly.
She is, she's the copious Zhong Li.
But no, she's more of the copious Ito, honestly. If you pulled Redhorn and you have the new set, she can do like 30 to 50k per auto swing in her ult. Don't sleep on it. It's actually ridiculous. She can do a ton of damage.
I was
about to say, I still gotta build her, but
fantastic.
Noelle to me would be like bottom A tier, at least.
Bottom A, but you can't put her there, in my opinion. And the reason why I would defend my point is because, once again, she does not generate energy.
Yeah.
Aloy is valid. I'm glad you like it. Or are we content with the current praise on top of B?
Yeah.
CB.
All right.
Top of B.
Nice.
I never said I would be here unbiased.
Oh, no, I expect there to be plenty of bias. That's why it's a discussion. That way it's not just me running the show here, is it? All right, next is Chi-Chi. No.
She seems to be doing a lot better these
better.
days.
She's a lot better these days. She used to be in the C tier. Her heals are fantastic. Now, thanks to the clam set, she can overheal and it turns into more damage. She's actually in a decent spot right now, I would say. She's a lot more viable. She was higher up on the tier list, honestly. Here. I would place her above. I'd place her slightly above Barbara in value right now. I would have placed her higher above Amber and Noelle if this was the prior Spiral Abyss with the Rift Hounds, because she was high value alongside of Jean, Barbara, and everyone else when Corrosion was a thing. But other than that, you know, same issues as always. I think the E cooldown is too long unless you're running Sack Sword, but I feel like that's not good enough for maximizing her stats. But that's just my personal take on building her. Everyone has a different build. All right, now is everyone's original DPS 4-star, huh?
Wrong, mine was official.
The young Razore. Chi-Chi, good stuff. Hi. All right, so young Razore, what are we feeling? What are we feeling for his rank?
As of right now,
I still want, hear me out, I still want to put him in A, even if it's at the bottom. The reason why is because...
Maybe high B tier, honestly.
We'll have to see. Wait for me to say, though. So, for a fresh or low budget account, I would still say he is a must. I would say he is a go-to premier DPS unit to go with, because as you are summoning, you have a lot more options at your disposal. You have a lot more, you know what I mean? There's so many more units that you're getting as a low budget player or free-to-play player that make it viable. Like, you get Kaya, if you pull a Razor, you already have half the team built. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to understand, in terms of overall value, we have someone who can mine. His hold E can take out all the rocks and crystals nearby, or also the fact that he's a Claymore user, so he can also do damage to shields. He's Electro, so he's neutral, so he can take out most shields except for the Electro Abyss Mages. High physical damage output. That slightly, it does fall off. It does fall off in the late game, that is for sure. But that's why we have all the units that we do now. That makes it a little bit better. So honestly, personally, I don't know. I think bottom of A. I really do. I think that, especially if you had a C6, you know the old saying back in the day, if you had a C6 Razor, he's a secret 5-star. Honestly, there's a lot of truth to that. He used to have fantastic. It used to be some of the top of the line damage. He can still put out some crazy numbers though.
True.
Yeah.
He has a very selfish ult, so he cannot generate any energy while in his ult. We're gonna get to that though. We'll have that discussion in depth. There's gonna be a fine line in why we're gonna divide these units up where we're dividing them. Next is Sucrose. Oh my goodness, Sucrose is a fantastic unit. Don't sleep on her. She really is. If you don't have a Kazu or a Venti, she's next in line. She's really good. She's a fantastic damage amplifier, and she has pretty good crowd control. If you run her with Thrilling Tales, she can give you insane damage. If you run her with Sack, she can give you good damage with a ton of energy particles, so she makes a fantastic battery. Any complaints? I would probably... Honestly, I'd probably rank her value. Like, if I had to be like actual about it, I'd probably rank her just before Diano, but I'd probably put her right here, you know. Next up, we have Tartaglia. So, personally, I don't like this unit at all. But objectively speaking, he does a lot of hydro damage. He is the fastest hydro applicator in the game. He runs fantastically with Kazuha, Shunling, and Bennett. That team does remarkable damage with the double infusion and the guaranteed vaporize. So even I cannot lie there. Other than that, if you get used to his play style, he can be really good. So I still have no choice, I believe, but to put him in the A tier.
So I was thinking in between Jean and Mona on that one. Since he is one of the faster hydro applicators, because of that.
Now,
But
if you're trying to rank as far as just application goes, sure, I can definitely see that, but I would not go off of just application. You have to think about overall account value. And even though he has one of the fastest premier clear teams since the last few Spiral Abysses, you need to realize, though, you have to have all those units first to maximize him like that.
Right.
And second, you can't play him the way that he wants unless he's C6. Constellations C1 through 5 are absolutely terrible. He has the worst, if not the second worst, constellation setup in the entire game, with only one other character being the exception, and he's coming up. So, just going off of him in general, I wouldn't put him any farther than Klee. Height, that's why I'm not putting him further than Klee.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Anyone else? Any objections? Any counterpoints?
No, I can agree with it.
No, yep.
We still need to acknowledge his damage. We need to acknowledge he's good, but until they figure out 40-second cooldown bad, you know, I don't know. I understand. Oh, well, just get good. That makes no sense. I should be able to play him. However, I feel like it, and I feel like his innate cooldowns limit us way too much.
Right.
That and his constellations are trash, and I would love to see someone argue with me on that. There's no debating it. It's garbage. 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20% cooldown for C1. Sounds nice on paper, but to a 40-46 second cooldown, that doesn't mean jack. And then once it's C6, surprise, you ult in his melee stance, there is no cooldown, so you just wasted that constellation in general. C4 is terrible. C0 Tartaglias actually do more damage than C4 because of consistent vaporize. So then you're locked down to Taser comp, and that's it's fun, but it's not nearly as fun in my opinion. So
Got me, I'll be right back.
Hi. So you just can't justify that in my opinion, you know? All right, so next we have Venti. So Venti's weird, right? So Venti is technically in a nerf state because of the current Spiral Abyss, right? I would still say the golden thumb rule. Would you value Venti and say he is more valuable than Sucrose?
Yes.
I will still place the Animal Archon in the S. I still feel like a premier go-to unit that will always have his place, you know?
Plus, he's amazing at exploration.
Right, and he can also be used for one-shot burst comms, despite not being able to CC the larger units. He can still be used in Spiral Abyss. It just doesn't mean he's the best in slot unit, that's all.
Yep. I can't really say too much on Venti's behalf because I
Venti
not
is really helpful.
have a Venti, and I've never really had
So
any
good.
experiences with Venti. So
If you're a
I
whale
can't disagree or agree.
with how MiHoYo is, they try to indirectly nerf him with Spiral Abyss, and then after about 2 or 3 changes, they'll swap it back to where he is dominant and premier for crowd control again. So he's just a must-have, in my opinion. He's one of the best units you could have. Now, Shunling. Honestly,
Above Gene?
A little
I think-
overwhelming.
I would say I'd actually place above Diano, but below Mona. And hear me out. So Shunling, actual fantastic off-field pyro DPS support. I would place higher, however, but just like the falling graces of like Razor, you know, has very hard time putting out consistent particles. You know, unless you're running Favonius, but that's the Favonius doing it. That's not her doing it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'd say that's her only caveat, and that's the only reason why I would keep her in the higher tier for value, especially for free to play, since so many people have her, right? And as long as you have a Bennett, then her value is definitely well deserved up there. Agreed?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. We knew it was gonna happen. Zhao. Anyway.
Hello.
Okay.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, you can put that clip there. You can put that clip in this video as many times as you want. But yeah, I'm gonna let you know first and foremost. I do not regret putting him right next to his buddy Tartaglia because Zhao's damage, objectively, is good, right?
Yes.
But his constellations are garbage. They're god awful. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with you? If you say he's got good constellations and then you highlight over his C4, which is, if I recall correctly, 100% defense when you're below 50% HP, then in that case, all I can say to you is
Bruh.
copious at best. Other than that, so his C6 is fantastic, right? However, it comes with a stipulation. In this current Spiral Abyss, which is what we are basing this opinion off of, if he's not fighting multi-units, his C6 constellation doesn't exist and doesn't matter at all. So, big oof, you know?
I think, honestly, he should be placed above Kaching. Just for a lot more reasons.
I know.
Hear me out.
I know he does more damage than Kaching. This is definitely my bias. I just don't like him.
And even if you want to go into like the exploration part, Zhao has the dashes.
He does.
The reason
This is
why I
he's brought
somewhat
on
agree with
here.
him.
It is. No, I need other voices of reason because I really want to place him. He is better than Tartag. He is.
Absolutely.
I just don't
100%
like him.
agree with it.
He looks very cool. I don't care for him growling in my ear, but he looks really cool. My biggest problem with him is I don't like selfish characters that don't contribute to the team. He doesn't have that many unique team slots that you can even put him with. You know, he has some pretty cookie cutter teams on what he needs, right? He needs teams built around to take care of him. He is a baby.
Yeah, he does need a dedicated battery.
He's a little baby man. He is a baby and he needs his babysitters to keep him safe. He can't all those E's, and he can't generate any energy for himself when he ults or his team. Selfish. Oh my goodness. Which leads to a lot of wonky rotation times and stuff. It's just, which, I mean, if you're running his premier team, it's really actually not that much of an issue. You can constantly give him his ult, but you're wasting a lot of good units just to run him, just to run one little edge boy. I'm okay at best with putting him above Kaching, because objectively, he does do way more damage than her, right? And for exploration, the dashes are nice value. I told my girlfriend the next time she calls me bro to make sure she puts step in front of it.
Oh my.
no.
Nice one, gamer.
Gosh.
Put Fischl in front of Zhao. As much as I like Zhao.
Yeah, I like that thought, gamer.
Because just Fischl, if you have her to her E6,
Got him C2
all
as
the
well, which really
attacks.
helps. High.
Think with all of your attacks.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
Nickname, you're gonna have to
Bruh.
chill, my guy.
All right, next we have Cincho.
I think Cincho
There we go.
deserves that tier, honestly.
Yeah.
He has to be up here. He is Stands rise. Oh dear, anyway, Syncho.
Yeah, I'm definitely with that.
No, Syncho is another must-have unit. If you are running a Pyro main DPS, you're most likely running Syncho. Syncho is the best Hydro Applicator DPS support unit to run with Pyro DPS, and that is fact. I'm the villain with the one. Hey, to each their own, nothing wrong with it. But no, that being said, fantastic unit, fantastic damage reduction, plus mini heals. So Pog, if you love Hu Tao's, you're running Synchos. If you love D-Luke, you're running Syncho.
Yep.
You know, it's just kind of how that
Agreed.
works. If you're running Nationals and you're using a Bennett and a Shunling, you're using Syncho. It's the natural order. Xinyan. Oh, here.
Xinyan's the name and rock and roll's the
There we
game.
We're not talking about the English VA, okay?
If we were going specifically off of English dub for her, I'd put her down with Aloy, honestly.
No, because she can clear content, and if you optimize her build well enough, then she does just fine, honestly.
I was just saying English dub and
Yeah, but we're not talking. We're talking account value, and we're talking.
I'm
meta.
aware.
That being said, though, her shield is atrocious. It's very weak, no matter what you do to it. Her damage is okay at best. There's never any oh my goodness damage with her, you know.
Xinyan emotional damage. Only on the English.
Yeah, but in overall gameplay, better than Lisa. So we'll put her there, you know.
Yeah.
All right, next we have Zhong Li. I would still place Zhong Li as a must-have unit overall, even after getting indirectly nerfed off the last Spiral Abyss. With the big Rift Towns gone and only 3 littles on one half, I think he's back in full swing.
Oh yeah.
He is a fantastic unit, best shield unit in the game. His ult is fantastic CC. Height, with,
Absolutely.
yes, very good control.
Absolutely must have.
Yep.
I would say he's a fantastic unit. Also, the fact that he reduces protections by 20% is definitely something to take note of. I love Zhong Li a lot. Nice-u. And he literally summons a giant rock out of nowhere. True, GeoDaddy has his mystical ways.
We love our
Plus, he's
rocks.
also hot. True,
He will have
Husbando.
order.
Husbando for the win, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Big old meatball.
Now they just need to bring in his OG Archon outfit.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yes. All right, next we have Rosaria. So, Rosaria is a fantastic support that adds crit rate, which is nice. It's nice for those who are struggling with their artifacts. Also really good for freeze comps or for razors. Now, the only issue is, because of the wide character pool, she doesn't get used a lot. So unless you're running very niche teams, you're not going to use her too often, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think here on what would be a fair ranking for her, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that I would say at the right next to Razor, at the top of B tier, would probably be what I would do. And I would place her slightly above Razor, and that's because next tier list. Okay, gamer?
Yeah, the fishnets.
She gives everyone crit rate, which we all like. Her constellations are decent for cryo and physical damage, which is always nice. That, and she has a short cooldown on the E, so pretty good supply of energy that she can provide for the team.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next up we have Eula.
You mean the nuke?
Yeah, the physical nuke, the one where you say physical damage isn't bad, and then you're just pointing at Eula. That's the example. Yes, no, physical damage is definitely not bad at all. If you're pointing only at Eula, you're correct. She has a fantastic DPS. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, MiHoYo like making big, strong cryo waifus, and there's nothing we can do about it.
They do.
Now, question.
Hi.
Since Shenhe, how is Eula?
I mean, it just buffs the cryo aspect. I don't.
Okay, I just didn't know if Eula's ult just decided
I see.
go
And
supersonic.
Also, hi. Oh, well, you're correct. Eula's very strong. Eula can physically damage me. Soka.
Dude.
I see what you're saying there, gamer. Still, all in all, fantastic damage. From C0 all the way to C6. Once you get C6, then the damage becomes catastrophic. Nice one, Elmer Thud.
Leave me alone.
No, I don't think I will. Let's see here, Yanfei. I would say she's definite B tier. She's good DPS alternative if you're not using like Klee or something, you know. If she's at C4, C6 is kind of correct. No, C6 Yanfei is pretty good. I do not like Yanfei. She seems like an underwhelming character for me, but C6 is a different story. Yeah, C6 Yanfei is pretty good. Not bad. Her shield's actually pretty good. Holds out pretty decent too. Pretty good range. Not bad. Not a bad unit.
I oftentimes forget that she's a shield unit.
True. Also,
So do I.
next unit. Not up for debate. Yep. Nope. Not up for debate. My word.
Oh, yeah. No,
my
no.
My word, what a unit. Oh, MiHoYo outdid themselves with that one. Oh,
MiHoYo,
dear.
you.
So, Kaedahara Kazuha, or Canadian Aether. It's a fantastic unit. My goodness. He does a lot of damage. He provides a lot of damage. He does fantastic support. He has actually, even though it's one of the smaller crowd controls, it is debatably one of the strongest. It can pull big enemies, which is fantastic, and something Venti needs to be taking notes from, because he literally fires a tornado from his bow, but whatever.
Right.
And the numbers just skyrocket. He is a fantastic unit. Honestly, he is a must-have in my opinion for any account. Super good, super good. Highest value. I would love to see what they can do to try to make him fall out of meta. I don't think they ever will. I think he's going to be just like Bennett, and it's impossible to knock him out of meta.
He's just the animo version of Bennett.
Right. All right, next we have Yoimiya. Yoimiya, I would
Now
say...
now I can't really have an opinion on this because I don't have her.
So Yoimi does a lot of damage. She does. Actually, like, I'm going to put her just behind Diluc. Even though technically, if it was just single target, I think she can do actually more damage than Diluc overall.
Completely disagree, and you should be ashamed.
I want to put her above Diluc. I do. The reason I did not, though, is because Diluc is that quintessential single target, and thanks to his all and good positioning with your small AoE unit. Yoimiya does not have that AoE yet. She hits like a tank. Agreed. Plus, like I said, since he's able to hit multiple targets easier than Yoimiya can, Diluc actually has the advantage here. If it was literally just one boss the whole time. So, for example, if it was like the Magu fight, right? Then yeah, you would definitely say Yoimiya would probably be in the better spot, right?
Yeah.
However, since you have to get through those two Abyss Heralds, and you have to get through the Pyro Abyss Lector in the Chamber 1, it's not viable to be running her in the second half. I've got to go for a bit, but I shall be back in a bit. Well, I look forward to when you come back. Thank you so much for letting me know, and I'll see you in a little bit.
We await yours.
But yeah, no, I would definitely say, ironically, no, Diluc would actually be doing better than her right now in this current Spiral Abyss. If it was more single target and they tried to make it less cheese, then it would definitely be a lot easier for her. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Next, we have Sayu. Sayu, actually, a really good 4-star unit. I would say... But yeah, no. Her E's fun, fantastic in the open world. My goodness, is she fantastic to use in the open world. That E, it's fantastic mobility. Not to mention, her damage is actually not too bad. Sayu above Zhao. Ooh. Thoughts, gamers?
No, not quite.
I'm back from the Fortnite round. We won. Yatta! Sugoi na? Nice. Oh, merito. Yeah, no, I'll have to also disagree for now. The only reason why is because she is a fantastic unit. She's amazing to use in the open world, of course. Her swirl is pretty good. If you give her a 4-piece VV, she has a lot of viability, and she's a really good healer, surprisingly. That being said, there are currently other units that can do her job a little bit better. She just happens to be a little hybrid of it. You know? Plus,
absolutely.
If you're lacking on the artifact quality, she needs a lot of energy recharge in order to use her ult. So if you don't have like 210 plus or 200 plus ER, you're gonna be struggle busting. All right, next. Oh my goodness, the Raiden Shogun. No. Now, this is personally me. I value Raiden above Ayaka. And that's because Raiden is not just an incredible DPS option for burst, she is also, in my opinion, the best battery in the entire game. She gives everyone their ults back. It's fantastic. She is an amazing unit. Anyone want to argue this?
No, because
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you gentlemen see how much I love running her. I run her constantly. I main the heck out of her team.
I made a specific team for her.
There's a reason I'm going back for C2.
Right? There is a reason. There is a reason indeed. But what would an amazing Shogun be without her general? So, I would go with this. Yes, I would go with this on the option. This is pretty much ball is too strong. Height. Fidget spinner, fair enough. But I would say that Kujosara is the Electro Bennett, because that's how they designed her. As long as if she is C6 especially, get out of here. But another attack booster is fantastic in the fact that the synergies of being dual Electro is fantastic with Raiden. So I would say Kujo is definitely an A tier support in my opinion, but not nearly as flexible as like your Sucrose, Diano, Shunling, Monas. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. and I agree. I 100% support that opinion.
True. Milford, I see. Still remember when people said Raiden needed a buff. True. And that was Cap. For those thinking she needs a buff, Cap. Mine one-shots.
Let them be. Let them be.
I know. I saw that, heck no. I saw the Kami Sag. I'm sorry. Hopefully, when she comes back, if you do plan on something for her, hopefully you get her then. Preach.
She's pretty good at C0 too.
True. All right, so, oh my goodness, I've been waiting for this. So, Sangonomiya Kokomi, okay? So, one of the units on one of my old videos for top 5 limited banner units I regret pulling for. No, so, real talk here. All right, can I be real with you boys?
Mm-hmm. Do you recant your statements?
Oh my goodness. Like, she has gotten so much more value on my account now, thanks to a certain Cryo Mommy that we're still working our way towards. So, that being said though, thanks to her, she is actually one of the best hydro applicators off field in the game now. Her heals are really high, which used to be all she specialized in, but thanks to the clam set that came out afterwards, she deals a lot more physical off-field damage, which is nice. It's a nice little additive bonus. Also, to top it all off, if you get rid of her main weapon, which I swapped and put it on Barbara, and you run Thrilling Tales on her instead, she also becomes an amazing damage amplifier. Which, if you run her with your Ganyu or your Ayaka, new freeze comp, that includes, for those who didn't know, Kazu, a certain Cryo Mommy, and Kokomi, you do ridiculous amounts of damage, gamer. Alright, next we have good old attendant to the Kamisato estate. I'll play slightly above Kokomi. I like Toma quite a bit.
I don't want to talk about Toma.
Toma can be ran on Hutao's best in slot charge attack team now. So that way you can free up your Zhong Li for another team. If you run Hutao, Cincho, Kazu, and Toma, you can do ridiculous damage. Oh my goodness, he is a fun unit, and if you use him right and build him right, he has 100% shield uptime. Really good. His pyro application doesn't actually ruin, from what I've seen and what I've used, he doesn't really ruin any elemental reactions. It's just little extra additive damage. And the blocking is actually pretty good. What is more important, in my opinion, is the stagger resistance. I find high value in it. Gentlemen, your opinions?
I don't have him, but I've seen a friend of mine go pretty hard to get him.
I'm not talking about it.
Yeah.
I wish you gentlemen nothing but luck. I genuinely do. He is fun. Okay, so gentlemen, welcome to my domain. welcome to my domain.
I will concede anything.
Oh my goodness. I have Toma, never used him. You should give him a try, gamer. He's a lot of fun and he's fantastic. If you wanted to have C3-2, nice, Sue. If you wanted to have Pyro Resonance, on top of not having to rely on taking a Bennett or your Shong Li away, then give him a thought. Yeah? Give him a try. That being said, though, oh my goodness. Ito. Arataki Ito, the one and only himself. He is a fantastic unit. Oh my goodness, he does so much damage. Even though his ult is selfish like Razor and Zhao, unlike them, he generates consistent energy before and during ult.
Quite a lot.
A lot. It's
on
fantastic.
Top of that.
What can I say other than just how incredible of a unit is Ito? He's so good. He's good
I've
when
been
he's
running him
C0.
basically non-stop since I got him.
Right? From C0 to C5, he's a good unit. Once he's C6, it's game over.
Yeah.
It's game over. He becomes an entirely different unit. He's outstanding.
He broken.
I literally cannot stop singing praises about how good he is. He is a fantastic unit. And yes, there is going to be some bias there. I do have C6 Ito.
I have a C0 and he still does absolutely phenomenal for me.
Hi, arigato. Well, I will say is that he does more consistent damage than our young edgelord here. And I'm pretty sure our resident Xiaomei will agree to that, huh?
I have seen. Yeah, I'll agree.
Ito is a god.
Ito is a
Hi.
god.
Hi. He is fantastic. He is a husbando. He does all of the damage. And he does provide good energy for himself and for his team.
I mean,
Yes,
what
he
other
runs-
unit could you make a ab appreciation video about?
True. I mean, what's not to love about him? Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. I can do nothing but sing his praises. For real. I mean, like, yes, people could probably be in the comments saying, oh, but you know, you have to run only Geo Unga Bunga, wham, 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 wham. No, you don't have to. As long as you run at least Goro, you're perfectly fine. Or if you, for that matter, if you're running at least Zhong Li, then you're perfectly fine. But you can run Albedo with him. You don't have to have all Geo. You can run 3 Geo, 2 Geo. He just likes to have more Geo. But you don't have to feel like he's locked that way. He's fantastic. He's very flexible. He's very strong, very consistent. He doesn't have any weird conditions that require more than one enemy. Plus his swings have a huge hitbox, so he also does AoE on top of single targets. So I will take Ito over Zhao any day. Any day. It's not even close. All right, next we have best boy, Doggo. And I am going to place him slightly before Fish. And the only reason why is because other than being a defense buffer, so, you know, benefiting units like Ito, Noel, himself, and Albedo, he doesn't typically belong to anyone else, you know, and he only can be an off-field healer if he's C4. So other than that, those caveats, he has a high energy requirement for his ult. So you need to build him with really good ER, at least 200, I believe. I like running Favoni's Horrible on him, and he runs perfectly fine on my team. But I've seen some people do the Sackbow option, and it's not too bad. Gentlemen, what are your takes on this?
I can agree with it pretty well.
Cryo Mommy, Shinha. So, as you can tell by current meta, this current meta is being dominated by Cryo. Absolutely dominated, one-sided. I would say that Shinha would be the best Cryo support. I'm currently placing above D-Luke, not because of more DPS, because that is not the case in terms of herself, but the DPS that she adds and can provide to Ganyu and Ayaka is astounding. Have you seen what how much an Ayaka can hit once you've been ramped up? Oh my goodness, it's nutty damage. It's really good, and she provides a lot of energy. It looks like she has a high energy cost for her ult, but if you have at least 140 energy recharge, getting it back quickly in a timely manner is not difficult whatsoever, actually. I thought it'd be a lot harder. It really isn't. I have very consistent uptime with her. All right. Do any of you gentlemen have anything to point out?
Nope.
All right.
I'm just curious what's in the number one position there that you keep skipping over.
Oh, this?
Yes.
That's just an action shot of Katsu and Albedo. That's all it is.
I thought so.
Up next, we have Yoon Jin.
I do not.
Ever since I got her, I haven't really had a good opportunity to properly give her
Yeah, she is cool.
her timeout.
I would say, she's fun for machine gun build for Yoimiya though. But she's also pretty niche in what she does. I would put her right here. I say that's a pretty good spot for her.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Nice.
Yeah, B tier low area. Agreed. I definitely agree more on the B tier side. She's really good. She can be good at least. Especially the more constellations that you have in her, that's for sure. But she runs only into unique comps. There's not a lot of units right now that just do normal attacks. We have a lot of charged attackers in the game that are currently ruling the meta. All right, last but not least, this is a prediction call for Fox Mommy. Yai Miko. And I'm gonna call it right now. That's pretty much how this is gonna work. She's gonna join the S ranks.
I see.
If I know Mihoyo like I think I do, with how we saw her in the live stream, for those who did pay attention to the 2.5 live stream, she looks like she is bound to do quite a handsome chunk of damage. An Electro, Pog. So I'm assuming that, one can assume, it's pretty safe to assume that she's going to do quite a bit of damage. So she should join the burst DPS mains over in the S rank as well. Any thoughts on that, gentlemen? Do you think she might be indifferent? Mommy, I see.
No, I can definitely stand behind that.
Yeah.
All right. So the board is open now, gentlemen. And to chat, do any of you have any suggestions on any movements or rearrangements of where any of the characters are currently placed? I'll give you guys a minute to decide.
Still think Kaya is behind Travelers.
If there's a sufficient enough argument, I'll lead listening.
Fully just because I'm on my hill to die. I do believe that Noelle should be ahead of Beyond Faye.
Okay.
Strictly because of the new availability of using her even as a somewhat of a support.
Why
TPS
is Ningguang behind Albedo? You provide a good point there. Why is Ningguang behind Albedo? The reason is because of her clunkiness, her animations. Albedo is smooth, fluid, has zero issues. The only issue is actually his element typing. That's why he doesn't get used a lot by a lot of players, including myself. But other than that, there really isn't anything wrong with Albedo. He's actually a fine unit. Typically, you could justify putting him in A, honestly. Like, you really could. We could put him in A. Does anyone want to put Albedo in A?
Me personally, I absolutely love his character, and I absolutely love using him on my teams. So I would be fully down for having him in A.
Anyone else? Because
At
Albedo
least
is actually a very good unit, just he doesn't get used. That's his only problem. His only problem is he just doesn't get used. That's it. He does a lot of off-field damage. Mine myself, he does like 20 to 25k damage every 2 seconds just for pressing E.
Yeah, and that E is up always.
You know what?
Is constant.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna commit to the jump, and just because I can, I had a Tartaglia. All right.
That's fine with me.
Okay. I think Albedo should go in Child's
Well,
place.
for me personally, I got some good use out of Tartaglia,
Hi.
using him with Klee, but it also goes along with the fact that Klee is kind of falling off with the meta as of currently. So he has that sense of falling off with her, being that they were kind of a good pair up for quite some time.
Hi.
Plus his domain fight's too easy.
True.
With the new Chong Yoon Shinha combo, I still think he might be able to be above Barbara at the very least.
But that's only for that specific team comp. We're talking about overall account value.
Yes.
And that's an option. The fact that it's a team option puts him in that tier to begin with. But you're insinuating, because everyone has Barbara, you're insinuating that everyone has Shinha.
True, I am not trying to think that, but I mean, I suppose that is what I was
above
insinuating.
Yoon Jin, I think. All right, I don't think that requires much debate. I agree with that.
Yeah, I can agree with that 100%.
I agree. Yoon Jin is, She's not even bad. That's the thing. Yoon Jin's not bad. She's just too niche.
She is very consistent.
There's not enough normal attackers in the game yet for her to truly shine. You know, she wants to run on rainbow team comps, and she wants normal attack speed. Aloy.
Aloy triple S, dude. Oh no! I don't know about that one.
Rejected. Lisa, emotional damage. Oh. Anyone? Lisa, emotional damage.
I was thinking more Xinyan and emotional damage. But that's
I don't know. I prefer Xinyan over Lisa. The only thing Lisa has going for her is the climbing.
Yeah, true, I suppose.
All right, I'm fine with moving Lisa down to emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
However, above Aloy, right? Aloy even does more damage, and I'm still putting Lisa above her. I do not enjoy that unit.
I literally just used Aloy to just leveled her and ascended her to ready to 40 just because I wanted the free witch.
Fair enough.
That was it.
All right, other than that, let's go. Hi.
So we kind of got slid away from our my discussion on like why I think Noelle should be at least above Yangfei.
Oh yes, height. I am okay with that. Are you gentlemen all right with that? I think Noelle has actually really high value, and I think the more you invest in her, the better she is.
She's an extremely good unit to be basically handed to you.
If you wail on her, she is kind of broken, actually. She's really strong. So, agreed? Noelle over Yangfei?
Yeah.
All right. Nice, you gamers. All right, this is your last chance, chat. Any other suggestions? Last chance. And then we'll summarize this video up, and we'll start the next one. This is gonna be the next couple tier lists are literally just gonna be for absolute fun. So I'm looking forward to that discussion. It's gonna be nothing but a good time with us on chat. And I believe Aki is still not here. So I believe that should be everything, I think. All right, nice, Sue. All right, so if you made it this far at the end of the video, thank you so much, by the way. It means the world to me. This is our current tier list that we have for what we believe to be the most value on your account as far as air quote meta is concerned with this current Spiral Abyss. Now, remember, if you like the video, like the video. If you don't agree with our tier list and you have your own opinions on what unit should go where, please leave a comment down below. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell for any and all future updates, okay? So thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Sayonara.